Hey guys, it's been a while. Just been really busy. Figured I'd come and make a little video anyways with this. Just I want to show that you don't have to have just one coil. Again, like I've never changed any of the orientation of any of this stuff. The timing's exactly the same, everything's the same. Right now all the coils are working together. The motor's speeding up still. I'm just gonna leave it speed up. I'll explain what's going on here. The battery's different. I just got this one here with the BMS so I can keep track of individual cells and stuff. And that's the voltage of it right there. 13 point. Lights are kind of glary in here. 13.27. This is the voltage of the. See it on here. 48.63. And that's the frequency. You can still see the motors freaking speeding up there. Frequency is still going up. The top numbers, bottom one's the voltage. It's just monitoring that one cell or coil. And same setup. Number 2 here is right here on the input. And this is the output. Do some quick readings here. Well, it's speeding up. So this is the output. 240 milliamp on the highest part. And this is the input up here. We're looking at about 250 milliamps. So it's close to the same current on the input and the output, but the voltage of the batteries are much different. The input is 13.27 and 48.63 on the output. That's the oscilloscope. The top line is the input, like the top from the center, and everything below that is the output. So it's up right here. Positive and negative going into the driver, into the coils from the driver circuit. That's where I'm hooked up. But it's still speeding up. I'm going to let it speed up all the way. I'll pause the video and then I'll come back once it's sped up, and I'm going to reverse this coil right here without taking any of the power off or changing any of the timing or orientation of any of the coils. And then we'll do some measurements. So I'll just pause it and I'll be back when it's done speeding up. Okay, it's sped up here quite a bit. It's almost to where it won't speed up much more here. So just pause this. And so this is the output. Looking at 200 milliamp pulses on the output. I'm not going to waste time showing that it's all calibrated and that it's exactly what I did in the last video, how I calibrate them, and I don't waste time with stuff that isn't calibrated, because you're just fooling yourself if you don't have it set properly. So you're looking at 230 milliamps on the input pulses, and that's your input voltage right there, and that's the output voltage, 48.64, and the input's 13.27. There's a scope shot, and that's the frequency of the motor. So you just take that 101 divided by 5 and times it by 60, and that's how many RPMs the motor's going. So now I'm going to put you guys in a tripod and change that coil over. This one right here. All I'm gonna do is same thing as I did before. Do it while it's running. I've never did this one yet, so I don't even know what's gonna happen. It should work the same as the other coil. It should be no different. Should be able to do this with any one of the coils. There's a little trick here to switch around. There. If it does right, it should slow down and stop, and hopefully it'll go back the other way like it should, like the other coil did. Here's a quick reading of the scope. You can see as it's slowing itself down and turning around, it's still has really nice outputs. It has to fight the momentum of that big rotor. The rotor's really heavy. So I've not changed anything. Some of those coils vibrate. That's what you're hearing. This one coil shakes pretty bad at 39 hertz. Then I'll let it go, like if it turns itself the opposite direction here, if it reverses itself, I'll let it speed up a little bit here on the start, and then I'll pause it and do the same thing. Once it's sped up, then I'll come back. And it looks like it turned around. That's just by reversing that one coil. Never changed anything else. So in the opposite direction now. Oh, I hate meters that turn off. So the blue one's the input and the yellow one is the output. Exact same meters. And I'll pause it and I'll come back when it's top speed. Okay, it's pretty close to where it's gonna equal out. Might get a few more hertz out of it yet. So there's the output voltage. input voltage, and here's the currents. Output first. Look at that. About 280 milliamp pulses at the highest point. On the input. And 300 milliamps on the input. Looks like the output voltage is going up 1.486465. That's the input voltage right there. Yeah, it's still speeding up a bit, but it might hit 70 hertz, 68 or 70 hertz. These results won't change though. So it's going slower, but you get more output. So it's just a matter of what do you want out of it. If you want more torque or RPMs, I guess you want to leave it when your coils just working together. But there'll be more to this to come later on when I'm not so busy. I'm really busy, so just wanted to show that you don't have to have just one coil. You know, you can just choose any of the 4 coils or whatever you have on your motor and reverse it. And I'll be doing some other stuff with the frequencies too, showing how that affects things. But thanks for watching, guys.